What is up, my butter biscuits? So in today's video, I have a chisme video for you guys. I know it's been a hot minute. I feel like it's been, I think, like 2 weeks since I've done a chisme video. Like I mentioned before, there's just so many other things going on in the world right now that I don't know, any chisme is kind of be relevant, but I was like, oh, I saw this, this little story, which obviously you guys know by the title, and I was like interested to talk about it, to get you guys' feedback on it, because I've mentioned some things about this type of topic before, and it was very like mixed opinions, so I'm curious to see how you guys feel about it now. And honestly, you guys, look, I know you guys always talk trash about me and be like, you're a couple days late, you're always a couple days late, but the thing is with me, and I found out from doing it in the beginning, when I first started doing my little chisme series on my channel around November, I noticed that I would be doing a video, and I know I could always do a follow-up, and people do like follow-up videos, so maybe I could start doing that too. But I noticed that whenever I would talk about something, like the next day more tweets would come out or more statements would come out, and I'm like, oh, but I just talked about that yesterday, so like I gotta like do it again, you know what I mean? So that's why I always kind of wait a little bit ever since then, because I feel like I was just doing the stories a little too fast, and then I'm like, oh, okay, but then in one day it changes, and I don't know, I kind of feel like a couple days is necessary to see like what unfolds after that. In this specific story you guys are going to see, waiting a couple days actually worked out because Jeffree made another statement, as well as Wish, and I'll show you in the video. I'll show you in the video what I did, okay? But that's my reasoning for it. But if you guys think it's better for me to just start doing like the stories right away when they pop off and then doing an update, let me know. If that works better for you, let me know, because I'm more than willing to do that. I just felt like you guys would get annoyed of, like, say for example, Jeffree Star suing Wish, and then 2 days later Jeffree Star suing Wish update. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I get it kind of like, maybe I overthink. I think I overthink a little bit too much, and I'll be like, you guys are gonna be like, girl, ain't no one want that update, but maybe you guys do want the update. Let me know in the comments down below. I actually do have one more question for you guys, completely off topic, like totally random, having nothing to do with this video. But if you guys remember in my last BoxyCharm video, I was letting you guys know, like, for the past couple months I've been on the fence with kind of like just stopping my BoxyCharm, because I haven't really been too pleased with it, and I feel like the products that I receive are just kind of like you know. But then obviously I did tell you guys in that video, I ended up giving my products that I like, obviously I'm not going to use, or if I have doubles of, I'll give them as gifts. And that's why I'm kind of like, oh, you know what, it makes for a good, it makes for a good present, I guess. But you guys let me know in that video that if I take a quiz that could change the products, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on a couple different things, because a couple people were telling me retake the quiz because that will change the products. I want to know, does that really change the products, or is it just like mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you take the quiz and do they actually change the products, or you just take the quiz and then you feel like they change the products? You know what I'm saying? And then second of all, a lot of you guys were telling me it's worth it to just do the higher up box. Do you guys think I should do that? Y'all know, like, I'm cheap. I'm trying to save money. And the reason why I went with the regular BoxyCharm is to obviously not spend so much money. But everyone's like, the Boxy Lux, or I don't know what it's called, but y'all know, the higher end one. Y'all were telling me that it's a little bit more worth spending the money on that because you do get better products. But then I see a lot of people posting hair products in there, and I'm like, what am I going to do with hair products? Like, put it on my back hair? I don't really know. So y'all let me know, because I need your guys' opinions on that, on what I should do, because I'm like just really on the fence of just canceling it. But if you guys think it's better for me to do, the quiz first, and then, even look into going into the more expensive one, let me know. I need your guys' opinions on that. Help a bitch out, okay? Anyways, y'all, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, so that way you guys get notified when I upload a new video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that, because it does help me out in the algorithm. And let's go ahead and jump on into the story. Okay, y'all, so starting this off, just in case you guys did not know what the Wish app is, it's an app that I actually discovered, I think, like within the past year, maybe 2 years, and this app has extremely affordable things on there, and I'm like so affordable that some of the things are actually free. So you could actually go to the homepage, and y'all, I don't know why, for some reason on my Wish app, I don't know if your guys is like this, but it'll show the popular page. Mine has a lot of adult products on there, and I'm just kind of like, oh, I ain't gonna lie though, I ordered one before because I was just curious to see how the quality was, and I liked it. It was only like $7. Anyways, y'all, a lot of the things on here are very inexpensive. So just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the Wish app, if you don't know what it is, I don't know if the products are like sketchy, I don't know what is up with them, but I do know everything that I've ever ordered from the Wish app comes from China. It takes weeks to come, like literal weeks to come, and I've ordered, I think, about 6 or 7 products from there, and it all has the shipping thing from China. And that does make me a little scared, obviously, because China, they're known to not have the best ingredients and to obviously put some, you know, little sketchy things inside their products, y'all. But just give you guys a little bit of a rundown on this. So for my new camera actually that I use, I have to use a 256 gigabyte 4K memory card. That cost me $50 here in the United States, okay? They have this on the Wish app for $4. Literally for $4. And like, I don't know, maybe I like overthink about things like this, and I'm like, oh, if I put that in my camera, I feel like it's gonna like blow up my camera. I don't know. I start overthinking because I'm like, why is it $4? But it's $50 here. Another thing, a perfect example is like, I have to use this like little SD card slot to put into my MacBook Pro because there's no actual SD card slot in my MacBook Pro. This cost me $25 at Best Buy to get this little adapter. And y'all, they got it on the Wish app for $4. A lot of things are free on here. You just have to pay like $1 or $2 for shipping. It's just so inexpensive that it makes you question like, what is this? Why is it so cheap? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, so now that you guys have a little bit of a rundown on the Wish app, y'all know what it is. They do have some good things on there. The things that I've ordered, I've been pretty happy with. I've never ordered from makeup, though, on there because I'm a little sketched out of putting things on my face, obviously, and eyes that I don't know what the actual ingredients are. And a lot of their shady things will rip off the ingredient list from the original. And obviously, that is 100% illegal. There's actually a very good show about this. If you guys are curious more into the depths that fake makeup, counterfeit makeup goes into, there's an episode on I forget what it's called, but it's on Netflix, and the second episode or first episode, Marlena from Makeup Geek is actually on there, and she dives into the whole thing about what is inside these counterfeit makeups, and so many things. Like, there's somebody in there, I believe, that like lost their eye, who went blind. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you guys, look, when I was 16, when I was getting into makeup, I did buy counterfeit MAC, and honestly, I put those eyeshadows on my face and I was stained for days and my lid got swollen. So ever since then, I'm like, I learned my lesson that counterfeit makeup is just not the way to go. However, I want your guys' opinion on this because I had, you know, a topic of conversation about the James Charles palette with Wet n Wild, and I was speaking out about that, how I thought Wet n Wild was completely wrong for basically just straight up jacking James Charles' layout of his palette. And a lot of you guys were saying, well, you know what, we can't afford his, but we can afford Wet n Wild. It's literally half the cost, 50% cheaper, and the quality of shadows are still really good. And I know obviously that is not like a complete replica now, which we're gonna get into about the Jeffree Star palette on Wish. However, it is still the layout, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's, when somebody obviously designs a layout, you put a little bit more thought, a little bit more effort into it, even money into it, you know, and then to have another brand come and rip it off. But a lot of you guys were kind of, you know, okay with that. But this is where I want to get your guys' opinion about, and this to me, I just think is like super, super shady because they're literally using his name and everything in this. It's not just kind of like an inspired palette, which I guess you can call Wet n Wild, where they were inspired by James Charles' palette, even though, let's keep it real, it was a complete, the color story was exactly the same. Like, they could have at least moved the colors around. They didn't. Okay, so this happened a couple days ago now. Jeffree Star tweeted out, hey, at Wish Shopping, can you please take down and stop promoting and selling counterfeit JSC palettes and using my own image to sell it so low? I don't even want to know what horrible ingredients are in these products. And see, that's another thing too, is I get a little sketched out, especially coming from China. The ingredients that they put inside their eyeshadow and stuff, it may contain lead, it may contain obviously other things that are going to give you really bad eye infections or even cause you to go blind. That's why I get a little sketched out about things like this, but maybe I'm a little over paranoid. Y'all let me know if you guys would purchase something from there. So anyways, Wish Shopping ended up responding like right away and said, we take brand protection seriously and are starting to investigate this report now. Now, see, this is where I say it's like good for me to wait a couple days to, you know, talk about the chisme, because things unfold. And in a situation like this, here I am now doing the story 3 days later, and I can literally go to the Wish app right now, and this is still for sale. Like, I'm going to the Wish app and I'm typing in Jawbreaker palette, and bam, it pops up. I can still purchase it right now. But you know what's crazy though? 2 days ago when I had looked into this, it was $12. Now it's $20. Well, I'll show you guys a screenshot. Now it is $20. for this palette. And I think that this is really crazy. So they have the Jawbreaker palette and the Androgyny eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and read the description to you guys. This to me is like really crazy. They also, by the way, have Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks, and I'm gonna read that whole thing. They use his whole name and background story in there. It is just a trip to me that they can get away with this. And Wish responded to him right away, and here we are 3 days later and it's still on here. But check out this description of the palette. Androgyny eyeshadow palette is our version of a neutral, I don't know what a neutral is, palette. Maybe they meant to say neutral. Endless possibilities to create and explore. Experience our 2 finishes, super mattes and metallics. 10 jaw-dropping shades, extreme pigment. That's their description on it. Now let's go into the Jawbreaker palette. Say hello to our biggest palette ever released. The Jawbreaker palette is our take on a rainbow color story, including 24 bright and iconic eyeshadows and pressed pigments with the same intensely pigmented formulation as our previous palettes. Jawbreaker is filled with blendable mattes, blinding shimmers, and silky metallics. This is the description, and I wanted to read y'all the description from their bootleg versions of the Velour liquid lipsticks, because this tripped me out. I'm like, they're just straight up using his name for everything. So underneath the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks, this says Jeffree Star is an American internet celebrity, beauty YouTuber, makeup artist, model, entrepreneur, and singer slash songwriter. The founder and owner of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I said that weird. Medics. He resides in Calabasas, California. By 2006, Star had become the most followed person on MySpace. Brand name Jeffree Star. Product name Velour liquid lipstick. And product condition, new package condition, new in box, but it's all completely fake, obviously. So here we are now, you guys. Like I said, this is 3 days later. I'm filming this on June 8th. Wait, hold on. Yes, June 8th. So almost 3 days later. 3 days later now. Jeffree Star actually tweeted out last night. It's been almost 1 full day, and you guys are still advertising fake Jeffree Star makeup. Hi, lawsuit. How are ya? I'm done letting these huge companies play with brands. Remove fake makeup, and they have not responded to that. This to me is the trippiest thing, because I feel like Wish is like such a big app. It pops up on Facebook ads all the time. So many people have it. So many people order from there. I actually know quite a few girls who order eyelashes from there. And I don't know, it's just very, very affordable. So a lot of people like it. I want to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on this, because like I mentioned, the James Charles palette in this whole scenario, obviously you can't deem that as a counterfeit makeup, because they have the Wet n Wild packaging. It's just the same exact color story, and on top of that, it's not the same formulation. With this type of counterfeit makeup, y'all, I am personally sketched out to buy it, but a lot of people are really naive and they don't know that it's fake makeup, especially when they're using the full-on name of Jeffree Star, and they're sitting here in the description box giving you the whole rundown of Jeffree as if it's his personal bio. You know what I'm saying? So would you guys purchase this product because it's more affordable? Now, obviously, you guys watching this video know who Jeffree Star is. You guys know who Jeffree Star Cosmetics is. So would you buy counterfeit makeup just because it's more affordable? I think a lot of people, obviously, like I said, purchase it because they're naive and they're like, oh, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, oh my god, this is on sale. And it's like, you guys don't know what you're putting on your face right now. And I think that that's a little, I don't know, it's a little concerning, but it shook me a little. Like, look, it shook me a little last time that a lot of you guys were like, no, with the Wet n Wild palette, I prefer to buy that because the James one's just too expensive, you know. Also, another thing too that I thought was just like really, really crazy, you guys. I just typed in Jeffree Star on the Wish app, which you guys can do right now. All these products are still there, and there is so many other things. Another thing that popped up on there that I thought was really crazy, just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on how inexpensive Wish is, and it trips me out that they're just so cheap. They have this is the title of it. I'm gonna read you the whole title. This is crazy. Shane Dawson new pig merch, Jeffree Star YouTube Shane Dawson merch, print soft silicone matte case for Apple, iPhone, and Samsung Galaxy. This is actually the Shane Dawson merch, obviously, as you guys know, from the whole conspiracy collection, the whole conspiracy theories and things like that. This is $4, you guys. $4. Another thing that I found on here that I thought was just like really funny is this Jeffree Star crying pillow. They literally, and y'all, they literally took a screenshot of Jeffree Star crying and put it on a pillow, and they're selling it for $14. I'm sitting here like, y'all, they got no shame. There's a whole bunch of other things on there. Obviously, I'll go ahead and like, you know, put some of the things up here playing. They got pillows, they got phone cases, they got shirts, they have all this type of merch. They even have conspiracy pillows, like just so many different things that they're ripping Jeffree on. And my biggest question to you guys is, would you purchase this thing knowing that none of it is going to Jeffree? I'm always curious about things like this because for the longest time, a lot of people kind of defend counterfeit makeup because they're like, I can't afford the real product. But then at the same time, you should just buy a little bit more of a low-end product because there's so many dupes for products. Because in counterfeit makeup, they put literally the dirt cheap of ingredients on there, and even illegal ingredients on there, so it's a little scary to purchase things like this. I know that I would never do it. I think that that is shady. Like, it's shady to the brand owner, and then on top of that too, because of the ingredients, I feel like bad both ways. But like I said, y'all, you know what, I did it 16 years ago with counterfeit MAC, and I learned my lesson. I got swollen and stained, and now I know to never do that again. But like I said, that was 16 years ago. I think obviously the makeup world was so different back then, and in my head when I was buying that, like, I thought it was real, just cheap, you know? I thought it was like stolen merchandise that I was buying. Anyways, y'all, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.